With the release of Jack Danger's new X-Men game, which looks freaking awesome, it's got a lot of highly animated features, which is something that I enjoy because I'm a video game developer by day, and we get to do any kind of virtual animation and cool stuff that we want in explosions, and I like seeing that brought to the real world. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to just rebuild that game virtually in my software so you can see how it works and how quick you can build a system. That game just came out Wednesday and I have it entirely virtually running. So today I'm announcing something that I call Pinball Designer, which you'll see in a few minutes. But first, let's just take a look at recreating the X-Men game virtually so that you can see it play. This is the brain board for my entire system. All the MOSFETs are right here. You're gonna have another one over here and another one, just depending on how many you want. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and boot up our virtual X-Men machine here. You'll see you get a boot splash screen. You can change that to anything you want for your game. So right now the rules are that the flashing yellow shots are the qualifiers for the multi-ball for the Sentinel. So you see I hit one shot, one light went away, I comboed to the other one. So now the Sentinel goes green. So he's ready to activate. I'm going to hit him here and you'll see there's an animation clip plays that rises him up. Hit him again, his mouth comes down. And we're going to hit the mouth one more time for a multi-ball, which you'll see here in a minute. Okay, so we play the multi-ball sequence. We actually don't start a real multi-ball. I have to program that still to kick all the balls in. But now the shots, you'll see some other shots combo up here. I hit a jackpot on the screen that says 2.5 million. And there's another flashing shot I'm going to go for here, which I think will give me a 3 million jackpot. So you see it plays, yep, it plays the animation clip and it's a 3 million jackpot. And now it's flashing for the Newton ball, so when you hit that you get 5 million for the mode complete. It plays a little video clip there. Okay, so now what we are doing is we are in a qualifier mode, a mode qualifier. So that right ramp is flashing green. I hit it up there and you see the finger rises to grab the ball. And you're going to see the two modes that I put in, which is ramps and a hurry up. So the ramps, you just hit all the ramp shots. Or the hurry up is just a hurry up. So right now you see the flashing shots for the ramp mode that I'm in. So I'm just going to go ahead and complete those. This might take a minute because some of these shots are a little bit hard and the physics is not 100% accurate. But you're going to see I keep trying to get this one on the left side here, this whirly-dirly loop thing that Jack created. It's a very hard shot, at least in the designer. So there you see I got it finally. And then to end the mode, so I ended the mode and now I'm just going to go to the next mode to show you. So the hurry up, it just flashes the one shot right now that I got to hurry up and get. It starts as a 45-second mode and my first shot I have 15 seconds. If I don't get it, I miss that shot. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot it through that yellow shot. And I got it. My next shot, I get 15 seconds, so it's a little bit harder to hit. My mode is still going for 30 seconds. And I'm eventually going to complete that shot. And there we go, I completed the shot. So now the final shot is again to end the mode at the Newton ball. I'm going to backhand it here. I have 17 seconds left on the mode, and there you go, I completed the mode. So that concludes the presentation of the X-Men pinball machine. So I'm going to step through how I created this remake of the X-Men game, and then we're going to go through the custom software, how I use it. So here you can see I took an image that was top down on a playfield, and I made a quad here and just remapped it so I had a virtual representation. And with that layout, I can start adding flippers. I can rotate them exactly how they're supposed to be rotated and placed. And that top-down projection layout gives me a whole map of how I'm going to rebuild this game. So here I'm just doing the cabinet. I'm taking all the artwork that was online and I'm just remapping it to virtual 3D models. And then here's another one for the side cabinet. And again, I'm just remapping them. Now, this isn't something you would print or whatever. It's just there to give a visual representation. Because again, I'm mapping this to an image that's not planar projected front facing. It's, you know, projected 45 degrees from you. Here I'm working on the Sentinel, so I just add a cylinder and a little dome and some things. I'm working on the eyeballs. I cut them out, got the mouth there, cut the cheeks out. And again, this is just making the Sentinel, texturing them so that I can get them in game looking cool. So now he's built, I take an image of him and I project all the cheeks, I redo the nose and mark it there so you get that nice comic black edge crease. I do all the eyeballs, and then I can go ahead and place that 3D model right on top where he's supposed to go. Here I'm just working on the apron. Yeah, nothing special here. Now I'm working on starting to add ramps. So again, from the top down, I have the layout and I can figure out how these ramps twist and turn and how they're, you know, placed relative to each other and other components on the playfield. Here I'm starting to build out some wireforms. So again, I have the top-down projection and I can just go right over those wireforms. Here I start testing some shots. So this is like the crossover. I call it the whirly-durly. It didn't quite work, so you know, I go in and modify, change the edge, the wall, and then you can see I made that shot. Here, just to be a perfectionist, I go into Photoshop and I smudge out all of the wire forms, because if you have a projection of it right underneath a physical wire form that I just built, it looks really off. So I went and just did the time to remove every single wire form in there and make it look. All right, so I'm just gonna do a live demonstration here for you guys. So I'm just placing some parts here, putting a slingshot on the right. Right now I don't have the ability for generic like acrylic cuts there. We'll add that as a standard thing, and maybe you'll be able to draw your own acrylics for the ball guides here through the inlanes. So I just got two little short segmented metal rails there. You can see the ball goes through, adding a pop bumper, a little ball save light, and I can just drag and drop the ball wherever I want to see like trajectories. What else are we doing here? So I'm placing a spinner up here in the top, and then I'm gonna draw a lane to have the ball guide around. So here you see I clicked wall and you get these red dots. Those are the control points, and then everything smooths around it. And again, all this data exports, so all the bend data and feed lengths, so that you would have that part just built in like under 60 seconds and it could be shipped to you. Here I'm just doing a 3 in-lane drop target setup. And you can rotate all these things, and then underneath the hood it'll check if the mechs are overlapping or not, whether they could physically fit in a real game. So that's a feature that'll be added soon. And then you can see I just shot a couple of them and they drop down. Here I'm just going to drop the ball and show you the spinner. It looks like the spinner missed for some reason, so there you can see it spin. If I want, I can add flippers wherever I want. I can rotate them to the angle that I specifically want. And you can see they work. If you want, you can add drop target banks. So here's a 4 drop target bank. I'm going to just put this over here, rotate it and move it. I'm going to put a 5 drop target bank somewhere else. And if you want, heck, you can even do a 12 drop target bank. Do whatever you want. I don't have support for a 12 drop target, mech right now, but we'd probably support up to 5, maybe 6. And then you can see I can hit those and they go down. and it looks like they tried to reset accidentally, so that looks like a bug. Here's a kickback kicker, so you can see if the ball were to get in range for that, it'll kick the ball right back. If I want, I can put a vertical loop back here, and I'm going to try and make a wire form. Now, there's a bug right here between the wire form and the insert lights. Just the way you select items, it's having an issue here, so you see it kind of bugs out. So I'm just showing you, I reset it here, and I'm just showing you how to build an actual wire form when it works. So I'm just feeding it to this vertical loop in the back, and I can pick up the ball, drop it right on that wire form, and see it work. So again, this is just a bug right here where it doesn't work in this version. So I meant to click a scoop, but I'm just moving this vertical loop out of the way. I wanted to do a scoop, so I'm going to put 2 scoops. I'm going to have 1 scoop feed into another scoop. And you'll see the scoop power, I actually turned it down pretty low. You can set it manually in your hardware settings however you want, and it'll update in the virtual software. So here I'm just trying to drop 1 into a scoop that feeds to another scoop and then shoots out. I can add inserts wherever I want. I can rotate them. We'll also have some support for making your own insert shapes and importing them, and those will just get cut out of the wood. I do a certain, I'll support inserts from off the shelf, but I do it a certain way where you can cut any insert and then it just diffuses it. There's like a diffuse film. I will support both my parts and off the shelf, like Bally Williams or whatever else you could buy at any other company. So once we get those all measured up and dropped in, we'll have the footprint underneath the playfield and above it as well. So here, when you click the button and click export, you get 2 files here. Well, you get 3. So this is the CNC file to cut all the stuff that you just saw. And then you're going to get another file that's going to be called CNC drill top. And what that does is you change your drill cut bit to just be smaller so that it can do pilot holes for any drills. So here it's going to go ahead and cut out where the spinner was, so 2 little dots there, and then 2 back there for the vertical loop. And I believe there was maybe 1 other component it cut out there. You also, like I said, you get this layout file. So this is the 2D image layout that you would send to your artist if they were going to use that and put it in Photoshop, so that you have a straight vertical projection of the playfield. And now I'm just going to go through some time lapses. I'm building 2 different machines here, so I'm going to build just kind of a very quick rough idea of a replica of the Motorhead homebrew game. It's honestly, it doesn't really turn out anything like it because I'm doing this really quick, and some of these tools are not fully complete. So you don't have the ability right now to go in and re-edit and modify these red control points you're seeing. So that's a feature I have to add. But you can see I can pretty much get it up and playing a little bit and testing the shots. Here's another example here. I work real quick to get the TNA game. So I'm just dragging and dropping components again and building walls. I do have mini flippers, but I didn't put them into the UI button icon there, so you'll see that I add 1 flipper up here. The mini one is actually, I make it a left big flipper. But again, I'm just building walls and placing inlane drop targets and switches wherever. And you can see I really get off space here, so I'm trying to cram some things in. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Nice.